my mind also goes to the life of Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, such an exalted mountain, volcano of golden volcano of love, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj. He was a mountain, Gaudiya Vaishnava mountain. He's not a rock. He's not a hill. He's a mountain. He's higher than Mount Everest in the parampara, Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara. Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, disciple of Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I would like to narrate something with all of your permission, if that is okay. I did not plan this, but Krishna is kind of pushing my tongue in that direction, so I will try to speak something. The lives of great Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas is such a pleasurable slipping slope. Generally slipping slopes are not that pleasurable. You don't plan them and you just slip. But the lives of great Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, any pure Vaishnav, it's a pleasurable slipping slope. Even if you're speaking something else and there's a slip in topic, but it's a pleasurable slip. So I will take that, and it's again tying to the same topic of how Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj experienced so much bhav, but then he also put it behind and then continued preaching. Now this is in 1979, just 2 years after our Prabhupada's departure. Prabhupada departed in 1977, and this is 1979. And very specifically, this is during the Gaur Purnima season, February, March. And this is also during the time when our Prabhupada's beloved godbrother, Srila Bhaktidait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, had departed from this world. Srila Bhaktidait Madhav Goswami Maharaj was a very great Acharya. So Srila Bhaktidait Madhav Goswami Maharaj had just departed. And many devotees from ISKCON were invited. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj went. So he went from Bhubaneswar to Mayapur. He went with, at that time, Bhagavat Prabhu, now Bhagavat Maharaj. So then some other devotees had also gone from Bhubaneswar to Mayapur to attend the festival. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj went to that festival and was leading kirtan amidst so many disciples of Srila Bhaktidait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, who were all crying and weeping in separation, in thousands, crying in separation from their beloved spiritual master. And our beloved Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was leading kirtan back and forth. And it so happened that in the middle of this kirtan, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj erupted in so much ecstasy that something that we can't even imagine happened. As he's singing and calling out to Mahaprabhu with all his heart, as he would always do. Anybody who has heard Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj do kirtan, you will exactly know what I'm talking about. He would sit on the Vyasasan, not as a Vyasasan, it was almost like a Simhasan. Simhasan means the seat of a lion. Vyasasan means the seat of Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva is pretty calm and composed when he's speaking. So the Vyasasan is a place of serenity and tranquility and peace and all of these adjectives. But Simhasan, the seat of a lion, is a place of roaring, is a place of transcendental aggression and dominance, control over material energy. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was like that. He was a volcano. He would erupt. He was a lion. He was a golden lion. So he would sit on that Vyasasan and go with so much energy, singing and speaking loudly, tearing through all the curtains of illusion in the heart of the disciples and the listeners. So Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was leading kirtan. And as he was chanting the names of the Lord, suddenly he collapsed. Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj fell to the ground, motionless, in the middle of the kirtan. Now everyone's wondering what's happened. Did he faint? Did he feel dizzy and he fainted, or was he hungry? What happened? Was he like, his body, was he like sleep deprived for many days? What's wrong? But they checked. They couldn't figure out. And Trivikram Maharaj and Guru Prasad Swami, two sannyasis in disciples of Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Trivikram Maharaj and His Holiness Guru Prasad Maharaj, disciples of Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON, they got Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj back to his room. And other associates were there, and they told that he just fainted and collapsed in the middle of the kirtan. Can you just take care of him and see what's wrong? So they didn't know what to do. They looked through the form of Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, and they didn't know what to do. They started calling the doctors, and the doctors came and they examined, and they couldn't figure out what's happening. They really couldn't figure out. Ayurvedic doctors were called, the Vaidyas. Homeopathic doctors were called. They couldn't figure out. The Ayurvedic doctors couldn't figure out. The astrologer was called who had made the chart, birth chart of Srila Prabhupada. That astrologer was there in Mayapur at that time. Very famous astrologer. So he was called to calculate the exact time with a Prashna chart. They call it the Prashna chart. Prashna chart means at a specific time, specific day and place, you can keep a specific question. You can pray, and using shells, you can predict what's happening. This is called the Prashna chart. It's a very detailed astrological practice. So they kept the Prashna chart. And they could come only to one conclusion, that there was no material cause. There was no illness. This is fainting as one of the 8 symptoms of Gopi Bhav. Complete, the body has given up in separation from Krishna. The devotees were shocked. Now, nobody will believe this. If the astrologer is saying this, yes, but it's a very high claim. So they were thinking, now others won't believe. And mysteriously at that time, Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was around. For those who have heard about Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, you will know that Srila Prabhupada had very high reverence and love for his godbrother, Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. When Babaji Maharaj came into the room, Srila Prabhupada once said, Babaji Maharaj, and offered obeisances. And Babaji Maharaj offered obeisances. And Srila Prabhupada said, he's Akinchan, which means he's so detached, he's so renounced, and he's constantly chanting the holy name. Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was a constant chanter of Krishna Nam. All day and all night he would chant. With his mridanga around his neck, Srila Babaji Maharaj was chant japa and kirtan, japa and kirtan, japa and kirtan. He was addicted to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One time, some devotees went to Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj's mutt to take darshan of Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, you are all devotees of the Hare Krishna movement set up by Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada. And here is Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, who is addicted to the chanting of Hare Krishna. So naturally, you want to meet like-minded devotees. So Babaji Maharaj was very famous and very detached and very humble. So he was there in the area. And Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was such a great soul. He would go around sticking stickers, bumper stickers, at the bus stations, at the train stations, at all public places. And what was the sticker saying? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. He would just go and stick everywhere so that the onlookers will read, and then he could spread the holy name. So Babaji Maharaj was called into the room where Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was placed. And he was asked, the doctors are putting their hands up. They are not able to figure out what this illness is. And the astrologer who predicted Swami Maharaj Prabhupada's chart, he's saying that this is beyond anything material. Srila Babaji Maharaj, what do you have to say? So Babaji Maharaj immediately tore a piece of his cloth. He just tore a small piece and placed it close to the nostrils of Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj to check whether he was breathing. Just like in Chaitanya Leela, you can see that when Mahaprabhu fainted, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya kept a piece of cotton swab next to the nostril of Srimad Mahaprabhu to see if there's breathing. And surely enough, Mahaprabhu was breathing. And similarly, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was breathing. So he had not left his body. Babaji Maharaj was checking, and the strands of the cloth were moving very slowly because Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was alive and he was breathing. And Babaji Maharaj looked at the body and he examined very closely. And he told the associates, don't disturb him. He's in trance, samadhi. And he said, this is Gopi Bhav. This is the love of the gopis of Vrindavan. Very rare to be seen in this world. Not a common phenomenon. We cannot cry one drop for Krishna. Now, this is not Babaji Maharaj we are discussing here. So we can't cry one drop for Krishna. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj has so much love that while chanting the name of Krishna, he fainted and he was not being, even the doctors were not able to revive and even understand, even fathom what's happening. So Babaji Maharaj said this. He said, don't disturb him. He's in Gopi Bhav. He's in trance. Leave him alone. Now, Laguri Prabhu and Bhagavat Maharaj are there next to Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, and they're thinking what to do now. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was now the symptoms of ecstasy were changing from moment to moment. His eyes were open and he was crying tears saying, Radhe, 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 Hey Govinda, Hey Krishna, Ha Mahaprabhu, and tears coming from his eyes. Eyes are wide open. Tears are coming from his eyes, but no movement, not knowing what's happening around. And at another moment, he would raise his hands and say, Ha Krishna, Ha Govinda, Hey Radhe. And now Laguri Prabhu and Bhagavat Maharaj are thinking, now what to do? What is happening here? What's happening in the closed doors? Only we can understand. Outside people will not be able to understand. And at another moment, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj would wake up and clap his hands as if he's in the Rasa Leela, singing and dancing, but completely unaware of what's happening around. Like the devotees who served Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj at that time, they were mentioning, like even if you talk to him, even if you shake him and yell at him, he's not realizing he's in a complete different dimension altogether. associating with the eternal associates of Radha and Krishna, experiencing that bhav. And for how many minutes this go on for? Dear devotees, this went on for 4 months. Hare Krishna. 4 months of motionless, almost lifeless chanting of the holy names and tears shooting from the eyes. His eyes were wide open. It's not that he was in coma or something like that. His eyes were wide open and he was saying, chanting, speaking the holy names, but nothing else, not knowing anything else. And then the devotees in Mayapur took him to Bhubaneswar. In fact, there are a few more details also. The personal servant who was serving at that time, he was explaining that at one point, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj ran out of his room, and he was in the room in Mayapur in one of the buildings on the top raised floor. It was not the first floor. He was at a height, and he was running out of his room, almost about to jump from there to find Krishna. Where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? For 4 months. Doctors are not able to ascertain. Astrologers are not able to ascertain. Devotees are not able to understand. And then finally he was taken back to Bhubaneswar. And then after 4 months, he woke up and he asked the servant, how long have I been sleeping? And the servant said, Maharaj, 4 months. I said, 4 months? I didn't realize. It seemed like a few minutes. And he who had seen Krishna, Radha and Krishna and Mahaprabhu and all their pastimes, from that point on, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, when he spoke, he would ask question as if it was like very common. He would say, you can't see Krishna? You cannot see him? Baba, you're blind. Pluck your eyes out. No, useless. Your eyes are balls of flesh. Vyartha. Useless. What are you seeing with your eyes? You cannot see Krishna. You cannot see Krishna anywhere. Oh, and then Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj used to say, Sadhu Guru can see Krishna everywhere. He never said, I am Sadhu Guru, but it was, intelligent, can understand. But the point I'm making is Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj. Well, another point now. So when Srila Prabhupada came to Bhubaneswar, this was the last project that Srila Prabhupada saw before his departure. That was the temple that Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj had built. In fact, Srila Prabhupada told Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj that I want a temple there in Bhubaneswar. And it was in the middle of a forest. And Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj came there, and he wasn't a sannyasi at that point. This is during the building of the temple. So some sannyasis were always there with him at Bhubaneswar in the middle of the forest. And they came and they said, well, it's not possible. You have scorpions and snakes, all of these animals and very deadly insects crawling here. So you can't this is not a proper place. So they gave up and they went back to Prabhupada and said, no, that land is not proper. Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj came to Srila Prabhupada and said, they're all sannyasis and I'm a brahmachari. So they're always keeping an eye on me and they have given up. But I don't want to give up. If you desire that there should be a temple, there must be a temple. Prabhupada, just give me sannyas. I will be all by myself and I want to do this project for you. And within 9 months, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was given first initiation, Harinam, second initiation, Mantra Diksha, and sannyas. So he was given sannyas and then he went into the forest and he lived there in a thatched hut and he built a temple in the middle of the forest where everyone had given up. And that temple, Shri Krishna Balaram Mandir at ISKCON Bhubaneswar, stands tall even till this day because the lotus feet of Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj touched that property. And Prabhupada came there and the disciples of Prabhupada had made fabulous arrangement for him. But Srila Prabhupada did not live there. He went and lived in that thatched hut with Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, where Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj lived. For 21 days, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj and his very beloved Guru Pada Padma, his beloved spiritual master, Prabhupada, both lived in that thatched hut. Can you imagine how much intimate guru-disciple and father-son relationship was witnessed in that hut? So Srila Prabhupada, when he came there, he took his cane and he pushed it into the soil of the ISKCON Bhubaneswar property 3 times. And Srila Prabhupada said, I invest all my potency here. I invest all my potency here. I invest all my potency here. That is how beloved and dear Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj was to Srila Prabhupada. So the point is, Srila Gour Govinda Maharaj, who was swimming and drowning in the pools of ecstasy himself for 4 months, he put that behind and continued preaching and never displayed that again because he understood, yes, I am drowning in divine ecstatic love, but now is the time to drown others. Janma sarthaka kari kara para upakar. And he started traveling around the world and giving this Gaur Katha and Krishna Katha to the whole world. So why we are mentioning this is